Parents organization reports. First one up is the Boosters Club.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I assume you guys want me to sit here
Sure.
instead of standing up on
State your
my
name for the
backside
group
everyone.
if you could.
I'll introduce myself. I'm Tom Hartwig. I am the president of the Sports Boosters Club. For those of you who are, well, before I go that far, I want to thank obviously the board for your support, administrative staff, especially John and Tom, who were instrumental in helping to make sure that the boosters move in a good direction, give us lots of ideas, and help us along. For those of you who might not be aware, the Sports Boosters Club is basically set up to help raise money to donate to the athletic programs for the school. We've done a lot of that. The basic jobs that we do is we run concessions both inside and outside. We sell spirit wear. We've added spirit wear online stores as well. And one of the other things we've done is we try to do one a month of the Chef's Night Out is what we call. Those are local fundraisers at Chick-fil-A, Salerno's, Pops, pretty much any organization, any restaurant that's willing to do one of those. We try to make sure we do those one a month. I believe you guys have the report that we submitted, so I won't read through the whole report. Some of the things that were asked, that you guys had asked for us to talk about, our officers would have been elected last Thursday, but we had to move the meeting a week because we had several people missing. So our new officers will be elected this Thursday when we meet. One of the things we changed from the boosters in the past, we've been a 4-member board, which was fairly odd when I first came in. So in the new bylaws that we wrote, we took the bylaws from a 4-page document to about 12 to try and cover everything that the club should be doing and best practice. One of those things is expanding to a 5-member board to make voting a little bit easier. With 4, it's tough. If 4 of us don't decide 2 and 2, it's hard to split it. So that's one of the main things that we're doing with that. The financials, I believe you guys were given that. I'll do a real brief rundown of that report. As you can see, everything that was revenue for us this year came out to $78,750.06. Expenses were $68,711.76, with a profit loss of $10,038. That is not our current revenue or financial, or what we have in the bank right now. We do have more than that. We'll have, at the meeting on Thursday, we'll get a final standing. We do have more than that in the bank. This income expense report was prepared this way just to show what we've brought in, what we've expended. One of the big things we have in here is equipment purchases of $11,200. So over the year, we have been continually expanding what we have. We've spent $3,000 of that. This reflects $8,000 that we have agreed to purchase in a new refrigerator, freezer, pretzel machine, warmer, those items, just to make the concession stands run more efficiently. Also a refrigerated rail for condiments, so they're not just sitting out on a table getting warm, so we can keep those safe and fresh for everyone. Those are the main points of what is going on with the financials. Are there any questions on the financials?
Tom, do you guys still have do you have a website, or is it an updated website?
We do, yeah. I was gonna go through the list that you guys had that I asked for.
So the biggest thing is just to make sure that it stays up to date.
Yes.
That you include your financials after your monthly meetings.
Yes.
The whole purpose of that board's policy is just to make sure all of our parent groups are staying transparent.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you keep your website up to date with the officers and your monthly financials, your bylaws.
Right.
I think that's what the main expectation of the board is.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Is there anything?
No, it's fair to say.
Okay, we're compliant with everything but the 990 filing.
Okay.
We will put that up online. We have partnered with a group called Parent Boosters USA,
Okay.
Which is a national organization that helps booster clubs. It really helps with transition, because once I move on after this, things get left on the wayside. With Parent Booster, there's always someone in contact who is reminded to do all those filings, 990, insurance and everything. So
Now, president of the boosters, isn't that a 6-year term?
no.
Just I threw it out there like senator.
Oh, I often, and one of the better things I did in the bylaws is I actually wrote myself out. Because if you ask my wife, I'm involved in way too many things and get involved in way too many things. So in order to be on the board or a chairperson, you have to have a child attending school and be a member in good standing. And since my daughter graduates in a few days, my son graduated last year, I can no longer be the president. What we do is the treasurer actually is a 2-year term.
Okay.
And that is just to make, because when you come in as a treasurer and try and learn everything in a year and then you're gone, the transition just doesn't work. So we do have that.
Okay.
So we have that. A couple of highlights. So anyway, with the policy stuff, 990 will be up there. We are changing our website. We've been using 8 to 18, but it's not flexible enough for what we're doing. And when we change that website, everything will be on there. It'll be easier to find. All of that stuff will be listed. We're looking to handle all of our stuff through one website. We're working on that right now. One of the areas I did want to highlight were the donations that we have done. That is also in the report. And under donations, currently we've donated $24,716 back to the athletic department. The list is there. I won't go through all of them, but it's actually very rewarding to be able to sit on a board and do that much work and be able to donate that much money back to the programs. It's pretty well spread out across the board. The biggest thing that we fight with, and John and I were just talking about it, is trying to get the coaches to remember to ask for money. We have more money to donate. We're trying to donate money, but the coaches need to put the letters in so that we can donate the money. And that's what we're there for. We truly enjoy doing it. So.
Any questions for the boosters? Tom, thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you for your service, buddy.
Next one up is PTO.
Hello, my name is Mary Ellen Meindl, and I am the PTO president, outgoing, because my son is also graduating in a few days. The PTO is a parent-teacher organization, and the only way that we get money is by donations in the beginning of the year, for the most part, because we have a directory, and we don't want to fundraise throughout the year, so we try to just have people join the PTO, pay $25, and that's all we ask for throughout the year. And it supports. And what we have found is it does support all the programs that we want to run. In my report, you saw the finances. We tried to spend down to about $4,000, so we just have a rollover, because we like to spend the money that people donated in that year. So that's what we try to accomplish. Some of the highlights: we had a freshman family welcome at the beginning of the school year, chance for the freshman parents and their student to come into this school. There's a scavenger hunt. They're meeting with administrators, just a way for them to get into the school, to feel a little bit more comfortable. We had an RV boutique before homecoming, where we sell dresses for $5 or $2, and they're all donated, so it's for girls that couldn't afford to go or get a dress. They can come. We've had theater groups come in and buy dresses, so it's a fun event. It's right at the school. It doesn't cost us anything, so it's a way that we can help kids. We had Day of Service on April 28th. The weather was perfect. You never know. It's the single largest event where the students and staff give back to the community that supports them. So it's a lot of work. There are a lot of people involved, but it's a neat event. We had the two chairs, had 2 people shadowing them so that they can take over next year, trying to try to lighten the load for them, because it's a lot of work. Another area is staff grants. We were able to provide over $3,000 to fund different things that staff wanted to do. This is our second year in our student summer enrichment, so students had the opportunity. It needed to be academic or leadership based, not athletic or music, and if they were trying to do a camp, some type of camp or class during the summer, they could fill out an application and we would fund it. So we were able to fund 12 scholarships. They range between $204 and $815 that these kids were able to get. And then new this year was the Martin Luther King Day of Service. It was an idea that was brought to us by a parent, and it took 90 minutes for the whole thing to happen. They were able to put together 100 survival kits in honor of Martin Luther King because he believed in service. And the kits went to the Riverside Police Department, beds in LaGrange, pads, well, it was North Riverside Police Department and Brookfield. And we received a lot of monetary donations. It was really easy to do. The committee is planning on ramping it up a little bit more this Martin Luther King. The new officers you saw, there's 8 officers on our board. 3 are new this year. The president is actually, she's courageous. She's an incoming freshman parent, so she hasn't been in the school. But there are other experienced board members, so hopefully she'll bring in some new energy and excitement because it's hard to fill the president's position because it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of responsibility, and a lot of people don't do it. So I'm hoping that she enjoys it, and maybe she'll stay president for a few years because it's nice to have that consistency. It makes things easier for Kristen. The new executive board will meet in a few weeks. They'll start getting things rolling. They will follow up with Kristen to make sure that all of the activities are lined up for the year. We do have a website. Our offices are listed, our financial information, our bylaws. This year we added a question and answer for parents. So if they have any questions, they can go there, and there's almost anything you would ever want to know about being an RB student or an RB parent. And we'd like to thank Kristen for her continued support and the staff and the administration. It was a good year, and I'm done.
Thank you, Mary Ellen.
Thank you.
We
Are there any
appreciate,
questions?
we appreciate your service. You've done a great job, so thank you very much.
All right, next one up is the music sponsors.
I'm gonna slide my chair here, something like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am Stephanie Hari, and I am the president of Music Sponsors.
And I'm Anne Marie Dixon. I'm the treasurer of Music Sponsors.
So Music Sponsors is a parent organization. We promote the activities of the music department, help support students and the music directors. We encourage and maintain an enthusiastic interest in all aspects of music programs. We maintain communication and cooperation between parents, administration, staff, and the school board. So our officers for next year will stay the same. I'm going to stay on as president, and everyone else is going to stay on for one more year. I think next year a lot of us are senior parents, and we'll have some turnover, so we'll be looking to replace a few positions. We currently have about 83 member families this year, so it's a little increase from last. In the course of the year, we provide awards, scholarships to the music students. We just had our yearly Apollo Awards, where we provided the awards, senior T-shirts, and we awarded 10 students each a $200 scholarship for use for summer music lessons, classes, or other music activities. We provide support for marching band by helping with uniforms, providing water in the stands and at parades, refreshments for summer band camp. We organize many of the receptions after a lot of the musical performances. And we send the 2 new drum majors to camp in the summer. The cost for both of those students is around $1,800. We provide the music department teachers about $773 to purchase some end-of-the-year choral T-shirts. But our biggest highlight this year was our music department trip to New York City. I had the opportunity to chaperone the trip, and I can say it was a truly amazing opportunity. We were able to see 2 Broadway shows. For most of the students, it was probably their first time to New York, and then to be able to see 2 shows was just amazing. The band performed on the flight deck of this Intrepid aircraft carrier, which is now a museum. And the choir students performed on the stage at Carnegie Hall. So quite an amazing opportunity. The music sponsors fundraising efforts this year. We offered students who participated in selling candy, cheesecakes, or holiday ad book sales to receive part of the proceeds as trip credit. So out of 150 trip participants, 95 students took advantage of this in some way. We ended up giving about $11,000 back to students in trip credits. So credits per student ranged from $20 to $915, just depending on how much they sold. So again, we want to thank the board for approving a trip that gave so many students some once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. It was great. And I roomed with board member Herska, so we had a great time. So on the back page of the handout is our fiscal year 18 financial summary. We started the year with around $2,500, and our revenue from membership and fundraising came to about $40,000. Our expenses for the year will run around $38,700, and we're looking to start the new year with about $4,000. Our net profit from fundraising was around $7,700. We tried a couple of small new fundraising ideas this year. We sold flowers at our holiday concerts and the Apollo Awards. We just wrapped up a fundraiser for Nothing But Cakes, where we receive part of the profits for in-store purchases. Some things we hope to accomplish next year. We'd still like to continue to increase our membership. For residency days, we plan to start using the Square card reader so that we can have parents with their credit card rather than trying to find cash. We plan to update some of our print media and signage over the summer to use and display at various events. We have maintained our website that has general information, agendas, minutes. One thing we'd like to do next year, and we've already talked to our staff liaison, Kylie Lindquist, about this, is possibly getting some student help from one of the classes, like the web design class. Maybe we'd like to make our website a little bit more robust, and unfortunately none of us are web designers, so we thought maybe this could be a good opportunity for a student looking for service hours. That's
Okay.
about it.
I think we can probably address that. That shouldn't be an issue.
Any questions?
I just want to say thank you very much. I've been in the school since 2002 with a student or something, and I think your participation this year, you were like everywhere this year. and just the amount of things that you did with the kids, and even the music program just really blossomed this year. I think it's as large as it was when Mr. Baum was in school. I mean, it was just really tremendous. You brought a lot of energy, and it's just a great job. And the Apollo Awards, what a harvest. Just incredible talent. I had no idea what that was, and I was just amazed.
Yeah, I think this was the 10th year.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your
Well,
service.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and the
Foundation.
foundation.
Mr.
Education
Franco,
Foundation.
counselor, Notre Dame graduate, president of the RB Foundation, Education Foundation.
Hi, I'm Jim Franco, president of the Educational Foundation, and so what you have in front of you is the last approved minutes from March, and then we'll approve April and May at our June meeting. We just did our the grant basically decisions was early May, so that was kind of our May meeting. and then our fiscal year ends at the end of June. Everything on the website is up to date and current. Other than that, so our big event is the telethon every year. So we in early March, and this year about $23,000 was pledged. So collected 21,180 of that. We did a little bit of money that we were able to carry over from last year. So there you see under number 3, Roman numeral 3, the amount that was awarded, and broken down by students and faculty. So all the money raised from the telethon by our bylaws has to go to the grant recipients. So if they want to do a workshop or a camp over the summer. And then we also have money in our general operating fund. So that could be like special requests. So the one thing was the screen for the main gym this year that we helped purchase. Sometimes we get one of the Spanish teachers bought some books kind of out of her own money for basically additional reading that students could do. And so she asked us for reimbursement. So that money, we still have a good amount of money in there, but Gary Prokes got his, it was a art shop in, I think it was Lamont. It was like in the southwest suburbs that closed down, and he basically somehow got his hands on all their equipment, all the art pieces they had. So we have like a ton of things that we sold some of it at the telethon, but we're planning on doing a holiday bazaar in December, where we put all that on display, and then that money would go towards our general operating fund. In terms of our 11 is the amount of people, board members we can have. Right now we have 10, so it'd always be nice to have the maximum number allowed. Could always use help with telethon, and then I mentioned the bazaar. And I think one thing that we definitely need to get better at is you'll have students so Mariel and Milo and I kind of coordinated. They did a summer grant program as well, and so we coordinated notes to find out who applied to their summer grant and then who applied with ours, and then I reached out to the students that they might not have been able to help, and then some of those ended up applying to our grant. But it seems like we could do a better job of getting the word out to students that these grants are out here. So I think that's one challenge we have, and something that we'd like to do a better job of.
Jim, on the financials, which one is the operating account?
The
one you have general use fund?
Yes.
So it's the Warren Heidel Scholarship Fund?
Yes.
That's what you consider for general use? And thank you for the donation. I think we split that, correct?
Right, yeah.
And we purchased, the board will see that in action at graduation for Kristen's slideshow before and after graduation. I think it's going to be used, correct?
Before graduation, yes.
Before graduation, okay.
Do you have any questions?
Thank you for your
Great, thank
time,
you.
Mr. Franco.
Thank you.
Thank you for volunteering. I'd just like the students, this is your chance, booster and parent groups, if you want to sneak out, now's a good time.
Thank you.